welcome to the first installment in a series I'm calling VTuber Touches Grass, where me, a VTuber, does the unthinkable. He goes outside. I guess in this case, I didn't do much grass touching, but boy did I touch a lot of snow. Cause I recently took a trip to Boyne Mountain and I want to talk about it. If you're new here, you may not know that one of my favorite hobbies is snowboarding. I'm certainly not like the crazy guys you see on Instagram or at the Olympics, but I can do an ollie, I can do a 180, that's kind of cool, right? Here's the closest thing you'll get to a face reveal from me. Pretty nice picture, Almost looks like I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I get a little bit of air, I get just a little baby tiny bit. And Boyne Mountain is a place I've been frequenting a lot over the past couple years. I've been 3 times now. And every time I go, man, it is a blast. Boyne is, in my opinion, one of the best mountains you can hit in the Midwest. It's got a ton of fun trails, and if you can catch a fresh snowfall, it just creates this gorgeous backdrop to board or ski with your friends. I know stuff like this sounds sappy, but there's really no feeling like going down a long path with your buddies, taking in nature, enjoying the outdoors while a nice little snowfall flutters around. It's scenic, really. And this trip was extra special because I've had a few friends that I've been snowboarding with for the past couple of years, yes, but we finally got the rest of my friends to give it a try, and this was sort of the culmination of everyone giving a chance to what I consider to be probably my favorite hobby. And if you're a beginner, Boyne is really good, I think. I do think there are a lot of flatter trails that cater more towards skiers rather than snowboarders. It's not that snowboarders can't do them, but when I was starting out, I had a hard time keeping my speed on the flat parts and would get stuck a lot. It helps to have one friend in your group who skis and they can give you a little tug with their ski pole whenever you lose your speed on a flat. But I actually think the greens and the blues, the more beginner style slopes, are where Boyne excels. I mean, even if your goal is to do tricks and learn jumps and rails, they have 2 beginner terrain parks, which I think do a great job at getting people comfortable with the obstacles without being overwhelming. But there's a lot to do for advanced snowboarders as well, and as much as I loved riding with my beginner friends, of course the more experienced of us had to break away for a little bit. Think of Boyne as having 2 mountain peaks, with one side leaning more toward beginners and the other more toward experienced riders. The beginner trails are often longer, some taking around 4 minutes for the entire run, but often slower, not as steep, and if you're good, you can get down them without really getting a big workout in. The same cannot be said for the other side of the mountain. Because oh boy, as you make your way to what's called the Super Bowl, I feel like things just get steeper and steeper. It's fun, it's my favorite to ride, but man does it work your legs and your hips, holy smokes. After a couple runs down the Black Diamonds, you will feel it in your legs, and when your friends think it's a good idea to go night skiing the night before you leave, after boarding for 3 straight days already, you will go, and your body will resent you for it. I'd love to say we had perfect weather for the whole trip. It was close, we almost did, but man, my last day there, the wind was so strong and so cold that I had to double up on the hand warmers, which I normally don't even use. And now I've talked about Boyne, but if you're still watching, I'm going to assume that you either have some interest in snowboarding or some interest in me, in which case, hi, hello. But for those who are interested in snowboarding and who are interested to learn more about snowboarding, I think it's worth mentioning that the general snowboarding community is the most kind and not gatekeepy community I've ever been a part of. If you start snowboarding, you will get hurt. It's unavoidable. Your first few days are honestly hell. You will fall over and over again. Your body will be sore. Heck, I hurt my shoulder 4 months ago taking a jump and I'm still recovering from it. But I think with that comes a sense of respect and appreciation that everyone out there is putting their body on the line to learn something new, and because of that, everyone, even strangers, are so willing to help people. I had an awesome exchange this season where I'm at the top of the terrain park and some totally random person comes up and asks me how they can keep their balance on their jumps, which is something that I used to really struggle with. But years ago, I got advice from a random stranger on how to take jumps, and now it was my turn to return that favor to another newbie. And they stuck it, and it was sick. and I get to the bottom of the hill and we get a nice fist bump, and it's a very wholesome moment. It's a very wholesome sport. I think everyone just wants to see everyone else push themselves and succeed, and I think that that is one of the main reasons that the sport has stuck with me so much. Yes, it's fun to go fast, and yes, it's fun to take really big jumps. But some of the most fun I have snowboarding is genuinely on the chairlifts up the mountain, either catching up with friends or chatting to another group who loaded the chair with us. It's hanging out in the parking lot, putting our gear on. It's the chicken tenders I buy in the cafeteria and stuff in my coat pocket so I can eat them 3 hours later when they're frozen on top of a mountain. It's strapping into my bindings, overlooking a resort hundreds of feet below, and just taking in the beauty of nature. If you have a bad day at work, all the stress fades away up there. And every once in a while, you hit a slow patch of people, you get to the top of the mountain either by yourself or with a few friends, and for a couple minutes, you have the whole place to yourself. And you can sit there on that mountain peak in a pile of snow, and you feel so free. It's really an experience that I don't think you can get anywhere else. And it's also just such a fun way to express yourself. People decorate their boards with stickers of all the different resorts that they've been to, or maybe logos of their favorite bands. Me, I decorate my gear in VTuber and Vocaloid stickers. And it's cool because then you can have a stranger come up to you and say, wait a second, I also listen to Hatsune Miku. This has not happened yet, but I am waiting for the day that it does. But that just about wraps this one up. This is the very first installment in this VTuber Touches Grass, but I want to do a lot more of them. I've always enjoyed hearing about other people's hobbies and maybe finding something new that I could enjoy from that. So I hope that in this video and in future installments of this series, I can share some of my passions with y'all and maybe spark someone to try something new. In the meantime, if you're new here, I'm Press. I'm a coffee barista VTuber. Yes, I know I say barista wrong, but I don't plan on stopping. I stream video games a couple times a week. I like to write video essays. I like to travel. So if you're interested in hanging out with me a little bit more, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like on the video and hit the subscribe button. You gotta be nonchalant when you're plugging your socials, you know what I mean?
I think that was pretty good.
And that's it. Enough rambling, Press. I will see y'all in the next video or in the next live stream. See ya!